tonight on Access USI. USI hosts the Health and Wellness Fair. And your look at sports. All this and more tonight on Access USI.
Good evening and welcome to Access USI. I am Nick Ricks.
And I'm John Fisher.
And here are tonight's top stories.
The 95th Annual Westside Nut Club Fall Festival begins on Sunday and will run through October the 8th. This annual event takes place every October and attracts over 200,000 people. It's deemed one of the largest street festivals in the country. The festival is full of entertainment, carnival rides, and over 100 food booths. Several of USI's nonprofit organizations will have food booths set up to help with their fundraising. For more information on where to find the USI food booths and other activities at the fair, you can visit nutclubfallfestival.com.
Today was the annual USI Health and Wellness Fair. Access USI reporter Avery Sievers has the story.
I'm right outside Carter Hall, where inside, students, faculty, and staff are gathering together to get their health back on track by visiting more than 50 vendors and taking advantage of free health screenings, door prizes, and fresh snacks.
Every year, USI hosts the Wellness Fair in Carter Hall, where vendors gather to inform USI students, faculty, and staff about physical, mental, and emotional health, as well as health services that not only USI offers, but what our community offers as well.
So we're here representing Volunteer USI. Volunteer USI provides opportunities for students and all different alumni and employees to get involved in the community in Evansville, and then also here at USI to give back and provide multiple opportunities to find their passion in volunteering. The Wellness Fair definitely provides a lot of opportunities for students to learn about different areas of USI and the Evansville community and get involved. It's already 9 a.m. and it looks extremely busy, so looks like it'll be a good day.
Participants pick up a wellness passport at the door, and by visiting at least 6 designated vendors marked by blue balloons and getting at least 6 stamps or signatures on their passport, they are entered in to win the grand prize.
With USI's Wellness Fair, learning about health has never been so rewarding. Avery Sievers, Access USI.
USI will be co-sponsoring and hosting the Greater Evansville College Fair this Sunday at the Physical Activities Center. Over 70 colleges, military organizations, and specialty schools will be present. All Southern Indiana high school students are invited to attend. USI President Linda Bennett said it was important for every student to find the right college. The fair will start at 1:30 and conclude at 3.
Joining in a trend that colleges have participated in across the country, USI's Counseling Center is hosting their own Voices of Discovery. The 7-week program is a discussion designed to enhance students' understanding of diversity issues. The group is structured around understanding respectful dialogue and learning how to share viewpoints respectfully. Students will learn about many aspects of diversity, including ethnicity, ability, religion, gender, sexual orientation, and many others, while being actively encouraged to consider others' viewpoints and experiences. Voices of Discovery welcomes all students. However, those planning to attend are encouraged to sign up online at usi.edu/counseling center. The first meeting will take place on Monday at 4. This is the second time for USI to host the program.
Life as one of Italy's first female doctors and her fight for women's rights will be highlighted tomorrow as the Center for Social Justice Education takes a closer look at Dr. Maria Montessori. A documentary and discussion on her accomplishments, including the Montessori Academies and juvenile justice reform, will also be showcased. The event takes place tomorrow night at 6 in USI's Health Professions Room 1006. The event is open to all USI students. However, seating is limited, so arriving early is suggested.
Thursdays and Saturdays are movie night in Form 1. Tomorrow night's movie will be Star Trek Beyond, beginning at 9 p.m. The film will also be shown twice on Saturday at 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. and is sponsored by the Association of Computing Machinery and APB. For more information about Cinema USI or the Activities Program Board, visit usi.edu/APB. At the Lewis Flyers this weekend, on the pitch, Michaela Brewer will give you your weekly sports update right after this break.
Stay with us.
Catholic Club is a great way to get involved at USI. NCC aims to assist students in continuing their religious journey throughout their college career. Newman Catholic Club provides students with great opportunities to meet new friends and grow in their faith through their weekly meetings, masses, and service projects.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's a good way to get to know other people of the same faith and just to really have good, solid friendships.
Newman Catholic Club, where hearts speak to hearts.
Welcome back to Access USI. I'm Michaela Boer, and here's your sports update. The women's volleyball team lost both Friday and Saturday games, with the first being against Truman State and the second against Quincy University. Friday, being their better match of the two, ended with a score of 3-1. The Eagles struggled during the first two sets as they fell to the Bulldogs. USI then bounced back with a big effort in the third stanza to pull off a 25-18 set win. The Eagles, with high hopes of conquering the fourth set, started off with a 3-0 advantage. However, Truman rallied from an early deficit and had enough power to win over the fourth set to get the dub. The volleyball team returns to home court advantage this coming Friday as they take on McKendree University at 7 p.m. Setting the trend for success on Sunday was the women's soccer team. The Eagles broke a 3-match losing streak with a 3-1 victory over Lewis University at Strasweg Field. The women struck for a pair of first-half goals when junior Carly Scales and sophomore Riley Hancock each put one in the net. These first two goals broke a 293-minute scoreless streak. In the second half, Lewis cut the margin in half by bringing the game to a score of 2-1, although it wasn't long after when sophomore defender Olivia Wild scored at the 62-minute mark to finish as the last scorer of the game. USI hits the road this weekend as they travel to St. Joseph's College for a game that is set to kick off at 5 p.m. Continuing the trend on Sunday was the men's soccer team as they blasted Lewis University 3-0 at home. This raises their season to a record of 7-1-0, which is the team ties for 1982 squad for the best start in program history. Kyle Richardville kicked off the night by being the first scorer, giving USI a 1-0 lead. They saw their lead extend as freshman forward Eric Ramirez scored at the 24-minute mark. After the Eagles carried the 2-0 lead, Sean Rickey finished the night off strong to end the game with 3-0 victory over the Flyers. Last but not least, goalkeeper Adam Zemi recorded his second shutout and his career-high 7th win of the fall. The men return to the field this coming Friday at St. Joseph's College to begin at 7:30 p.m. Now that you're all updated on sports, Access USI will be back after the break.
The United States and Iraq have agreed on a plan that could possibly send 500 more U.S. troops to Iraq to aid Iraqi forces in taking on ISIS. This has been discussed for a few weeks between President Obama and Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi. The two have now agreed on the details of the plan, and more troops could be sent over within the coming week. There are currently 4,565 U.S. troops in Iraq, and this is expected to be the last deployment of troops over in Iraq.
The presidential debate was one of the most watched TV events according to Nielsen media ratings. 81.4 million people tuned in to watch the first presidential debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump Monday night. More people watched the debate than the series finales of Seinfeld and Friends. Despite the high number of viewers, it could not beat out this year's Super Bowl between the Panthers and Broncos, which had 111 million viewers.
24-year-old Miami Marlins pitcher Jose Fernandez died after a boating accident this past weekend. Hernandez and two of his friends went out on his boat early Sunday morning and ended up crashing into a smaller vessel, leaving everyone on board deceased. His death caused grief not only for his team, friends, and family, but all of the baseball world. The Marlins canceled their game they were scheduled to play later that day and announced earlier this week that they were retiring his number 16. The team's first game back was a victory for the Marlins, and after the game, both teams paid their respects by circling around the pitcher's mound, where Hernandez's number 16 was written in the dirt.
Two professors here at USI will be speaking at the TEDx Talk event in Evansville this Saturday. Communications professor and advisor for the Shield, Aaron Gibson, along with Associate Professor of Biology, Dr. Edith Hardcastle, are scheduled to speak on Saturday. Professor Gibson will be speaking on the importance of finding factual information on social media, and Dr. Hardcastle will be discussing envisioning the home landscape. We were able to speak to Professor Gibson about her upcoming TED Talk, and she says that she has always been interested about speaking publicly on this topic.
I've been, in recent years, been interested in the amount of information that is bombarding us on a day-to-day basis, and how we seem as a society to be ill-prepared to handle that amount of information and to determine fact from fiction. Seems that many people too quickly click share or retweet before they consider, even for a second, that the information might not be verifiable, might not be reliable. This is kind of been a soapbox I've been on for a long time. And so when the opportunity came to apply for a TEDx talk, they're all about ideas worth spreading or worth sharing, and this is an idea I have that's worth sharing.
If you're interested in watching the TED Talk, there will be a watch party on Saturday, October 1st from 1 to 5 at Rice Library in room 0017.
It's time for the annual Empty Bowls Bowl-orama event. Assistant Professor of Ceramics and her ceramic students will be working with volunteers to make bowls at the Dowie Ceramic Center for Empty Bowls Evansville on Friday. Empty Bowls is a nonprofit organization who lends its name to groups who raise money to help feed the hungry. The bowls will be sold for $10 to help raise money for Evansville undernourished population. Last year, they were able to raise over $10,000. This event will start at noon on Friday and conclude at 6. No experience is required in order to volunteer, and the Ceramic Center is located behind the business and art buildings.
Evansville was host to a very stellar special guest last night as Star Trek star and activist George Takei gave a speech last night at the Victory Theater. The speech was part of Evansville's Diversity Lecture Series. He spoke of his family's imprisonment in Japanese internment camps during World War II, the trials and tribulations of being gay in Hollywood, and of course, his time as Mr. Sulu on Star Trek.
A cartoon frog has been designated as a symbol of hate, the Anti-Defamation League announced Monday. The popular internet meme Pepe the Frog, which once was a harmless cartoon copied and pasted all over the internet for all to see, has been placed in the ADL's database of hate symbols, putting it in the company of images like the swastika and the Confederate flag. However, the ADL has explained that not all memes featuring Pepe are considered bigoted, but the context of the meme must be examined. So what do you guys think of this meme being deemed offensive now? It's been harmless for so long to many people.
And it was one of my favorite memes, too. I really enjoyed seeing it. Now, to find out that it's been ruined by racists, all I can say is, feels bad, man.
All right, what do you think about this, Michaela?
I think I'm going to miss him. He actually really brightened my day when
Exactly,
I was feeling down.
Even though he's a little unhappy frog, he somehow managed to brighten all of our days.
It was relatable.
Exactly. Well, that's all we have for you tonight on Access USI. I'm Nick Ricks.
I'm John Fisher.
And I'm Michaela Boer.
We hope to see you right back here next week, same time, same place. Have a good evening.